I'm like, uh,
Which phase is it? The one with like the 8 steppers?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun.
Spidey jumping.
Good morning, amazing, beautiful ladies.
Good morning, amazing, beautiful coach.
Awesome. It's a good one. I am beautiful. I am very beautiful.
You are
Okay.
not the hair off.
On some days, I'm beautiful. But I'm always beautiful on the inside. But anyway, so, pretty much everybody can type in the chat box all of your wins for the week, all of the great adventures and things that you did. Let's start off right there. We're going to give everybody about 2 more minutes, and we're just going to jump into some questions. We're gonna get some answers. And if you're not here to ask any questions, that means that you already have all the answers. That's what it means to me. It means you have all the answers. You don't need my answers. Anybody typing? I don't see anything in that chat. I was just thinking to myself, I was like, I was gonna come on and say, hey, it's me, Joseph Evans Carter, the most loved and hated coach in the fitness industry. It's a little bit of a combination. Like, he's so awesome. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, he's so awesome. No, he's not. It's like a back and forth. Oh, man, but it's all fun. I told them today that, I'm about to put out my ads to bring in my men because I'm leaving the women's group. Y'all don't even want to coach y'all. Oh, man. Awesome. Yes. Kimberly, is your screen frozen?
Anna.
Oh, yeah, it's frozen. Andrews is frozen. Jasmine's is frozen.
That's what happens when we're typing, Joe.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I learned something new today. Awesome.
You better stop playing around because you don't want to coach us. We can go somewhere else.
No. I'm gonna coach you out for a little bit more.
Yeah.
Andrew's gonna coach y'all. She's gonna step up and she's gonna be the coach. She's gonna be doing all of the round tables. And I'm gonna do all the behind the scenes work. So that's the plan, y'all.
Y'all keep waiting for that. I don't think I agreed to that.
Awesome. Shay and Valerie, can't see y'all. Where y'all at? Y'all don't have to, but I'm just messing with y'all. But turn your videos on. Y'all don't have to. I like to see everybody. All right. So anyway, it's only 7 of us here. What questions do you have? What questions do you have, Kimberly? None. Yes. Anything? No. Nope. Yes. Maybe.
Why is this phase the weight loss phase? Why wasn't last phase the weight loss phase?
Yeah, that was a question. Oh, that was just
yeah. Why am I going to lose weight now as opposed to before?
Well, it works like this, right? All right. Pretty much, your body has to do this. Most people just go through a whole weight loss phase where they're just losing, right? And when they get to the point where they lost all of the weight, they still have to cover their bodies because they haven't achieved the desired body composition that they want. They haven't built any muscle at all. Also, the other reason is, dang, my mind just went blank. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to build muscle so that as you lose the weight, you're also loving the body that you see in the mirror. Also being able to get you stronger, also being able to actually allow you to start eating more calories that gives you more room to enjoy the foods that you love. because when you're in a caloric deficit of eating 1,500, 1,600 calories, right? You're limited. You're like, oh, I can't eat that much food. But when you get to a point where your body is capable of burning energy and losing weight at 2,000 calories or even 2,200 or 2,600 calories, and you can maintain at that weight, that gives you more options. That means your fat intake is higher, your carb intake is higher, your protein intake is higher. So when you want to say, hey, I want to have a cheeseburger, I want to have a hot dog, or I want to, have all of these things, you don't have to beat yourself up about it. I mean, like, you can intake more because you have more muscle on your body, which uses more energy, burns more fat, and you're not going through that deprived state. So all of those amazing things. There's probably a lot more things that I could touch base on, but that's like a whole nother level. And then we go back and forth. We go back to weight loss, lose weight. We go back to increasing, your muscle, because what we want to do, we want to get to the point where you can actually lose weight at those higher calories. So remember that we don't want to stay in a caloric deficit at all. If you stay in a caloric deficit, be prepared to not love the body that you achieve. That's the result of it. Carmen Dones, you got some questions, Carmen Dones? I unmuted. You was muted. I unmuted you now. And I learned something from these amazing ladies today. They told me, well, one person told me, they said, I have to listen to hear and not to respond. So I'm going to utilize that every single day from now on out.
Oh, yeah, okay.
What do you got for me, Carmen?
Nothing. I'm a little upset that I didn't get to go in this morning, but it is what it is. Oh. I got home real late last night. But anyway, nope, no questions from me. Just excited for the next phase.
You just inboxed me, didn't you?
I did, because I was going through the exercises again. I've been going through the exercises. I didn't see the PD. I downloaded the alarm. I figured that out.
All right.
Yay!
Hey, Kim.
Yeah, you did it, and you didn't get yelled at.
I'm muting Kim. Real quick. Let me mute her. All right, so awesome. Like the PDF is pretty much the image, right? So right there on the membership site, the image where you see like coaching tips, sets, reps, all that stuff, you just press and hold down on that from your phone and you can do it. And it'll pop up whether you want to save the image to your phone or whatever you want to do with it.
So that the PDF is going to tell me how high the stepper?
No, that's something that I have not put in there as far as how high to have the stepper, because
I'll go too happily. I'll go too.
No. When people see it, that's going to be a good question that they're going to have. How high? You see it and it says you see like 8. You know what I mean? You see 6 on one side, 7, 8, but that's going to have to be adjusted to the individual. You're going to be at like we're going to have you at like 6.
So how high? So when you're standing in front of the stepper, do you want it like to end up in mid thigh or like right above your knee? Like how high are we going?
Good questions for the people that aren't going to be in, in the class. Because what's going to happen is you're going to be using weights. Some people are going to be using weights. Some people aren't going to be using weights. Because if you can't get it correctly, then you're going to need to do it without the weights. So it's really going to depend on where you're at. Like if you stack it at 6 high or 8 high and you're using 20-pound dumbbells, but the issue isn't stepping up. The issue might be weights. So you might have to go down to 15 pounds and step up. Or if the step is too high, then you can continue to use the 20 pounds, but you might have to lower it down to 6. Or you might, you know what I mean? So that's kind of like a play of this, like adjust it to the point where it's challenging for you. It's not easy where it's challenging for you. And I believe I have in there, you want it to be challenging for about 12 to 20 reps.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's an awesome question. This is going to be a great replay for those that have that question.
So then the other one was the kettlebells. How far is our pacing in between the two kettlebells? Is it like 20? I was trying to count, but you were going.
Okay, so all right, so that means I need to put that in there if it's not in there. I thought it's supposed to be 20 paces.
Okay.
I think it's in there though. But if I'm wrong, I'll go back and check. But it should be 20 paces apart. Yep.
Jeez Louise.
What? Jeez Louise.
I think that's all my questions. I only honestly saw Monday and I saw Tuesday.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I'm gonna start on my day 2. I'm not doing it by Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow I start on my day 2 then.
Yep. And you and a few of y'all are the only ones that have, Sunday starts.
Okay.
So remember when you started in the beginning, even though it says Mondays, I can't change that in the app.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that Trainerize doesn't give us access to. And it's like,
Well, it's not in my Trainerize. I don't have anything in my, I don't even have my correct calories in my Trainerize.
No. You're past that stage where you need me to do your correct calories in your Trainerize app. So now
I'm not using Trainerize at all then.
Just to check in and put you're checking in well, right now it's just down. I can't, that's, okay. But once it fixes itself, like support fixes it, then what you'll be able to do is you go back and you're checking all of your workouts that you did.
Okay. And my photos go in there, right?
Yep, your photos go in there. Remember, always take them in your phone first and then put them inside the Trainerize app, because sometimes Trainerize app actually deletes your photos.
Okay.
So it's technology, yeah. I'm just a coach.
Yeah, I get it. I think that's all my questions.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, let me make sure. I'm getting thumbs up. So yeah, who do you see that I don't see? Oh.
Jennifer.
All right. So what other questions does everybody have? Andrea, do you have any questions? All right, let me get you. Oh.
So hey, Joe, I've got questions.
Oh, Andrea was unmuted. 1 second.
Wait, I'll wait.
Yeah. Go ahead, Andrea.
So are my calories 1,700 for this phase? Don't yell at me, please. Don't yell at me.
Listen.
I know. But I don't know.
To hear and
listen,
not respond. Got it. So Andrea, you should have been at like 1,800 calories. Your wait time. Oh well, yeah, you are at 17 now. I want you to go to 1,800, and like if you need to increase it, you need to increase it, because remember you have been in a caloric deficit for what? How long? Almost a year.
Well, I mean, no, since I've been working with you, I've been kind of, back
and forth, but pretty much a year. And then like you had maybe 2 months where we upped it, but like your body like kind of should be at like 2,000. Your body should be at 2,000 to lose weight in this phase.
Okay. Well, here's what I'm worried about, because like brutal honesty, like I did really well like the first 2 days of vacation with nutrition and food, and then it was just terrible. Like I didn't pay attention to timing because we were just busy. It's not an excuse, but like so I'm just so I'm worried about getting back on it. And if I jump up my calories this week, because I'm doing food prep today, I've done my meal planning, I have it in my Fitness Pal. So with being like real crappy last week, right? Like, do I do the 1,700 or do I still increase it?
You can go to 18 to 2,000. You can do either one. It doesn't really matter, because you're not going back anymore. You're only gonna go forward. There's no going back at all for you anymore. And it's just gonna be your body adapting to those calories and losing weight. That's it. Your body has to adapt now. So it's no cutting back. It's no nothing. If it doesn't adapt to it the first week, if it doesn't adapt to it the second week, it's gonna adapt to it sooner or later.
Okay.
So that's where we're at.
Okay. That's it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. And never like doesn't matter if you don't do good all the time. Perfectly fine. Enjoy yourself. Don't beat yourself up about it. Enjoy those steaks, cheeseburgers, pizzas, whatever you want to enjoy when you're on vacation sometime. And just don't. I hear everybody going crazy, but I see y'all going crazy. But sometimes you got to get to that point where, like, sometimes it really helps when you do good for a long time, and then you mess up for a whole entire week, right? You mess up for a whole entire week, and then when you jump back on track again, it shocks your body again. So, and the mess up shouldn't be lower calories. The mess ups should be higher calories.
Well, I'm glad to hear that, because that's exactly what happened. And that's what I was thinking too. If I just get back into food prepping and do what I have to do, my body's going to be like, oh, okay, this is how we're doing it this week. So, okay.
Yep. So, like, try 18 this week, or you can jump straight to 2,000. I'm not sure. Let me think about it. And I know I got a few minutes to think about it because you about to start now. So by like a few minutes after the Zoom call, I'm gonna really think about it. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
And I'll probably reach out to you and ask you some more questions.
Okay.
All right, awesome. Jasmine.
Hi.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I have questions.
Yep.
So, I noticed that in my trainer eyes, I didn't see a caloric change. I looked on a website. I don't know if I overlooked it, but I didn't see one there either. So I just want to make sure before we get too deep into this that I'm eating the right amount of calories. So I'm sorry, Joe, 2,000 calories, that's a lot.
Yep.
But before I was at 15, I think 1560, but so I went up to 18. Is that good enough?
Nope. Weight times 10.
Oh, jeez.
That's where you're going.
Man. Okay.
and like I said, like everybody knows now, when you're at this point, your body needs the nutrients. It needs it for what you're going to be doing as you're building muscle and stuff like that. It needs it as you put it in because you're going to be using it. And this is something me and Kirsten went over the other day. Everybody that has Fitbits and stuff like that, right? You can actually track how many calories you are burning even when you're not exercising, right? So if you turn it on and you want to see how many calories are you burning in an hour, you want to typically be in a place where, like, what's great is if your body is burning like 100 to 150 calories per hour when you're not exercising, when you're just really living your regular lifestyle. I'm not sure how accurate all those always are. And when you sleep, you just burn like a little bit less. So you might, if you're burning 100, you might be burning 50 when you sleep or something like that. Or you might be burning 75. I don't know. We got to do the data on everybody to actually, know what your body is specifically doing. Other than that, it's just like assumption and knowing how, it typically works. So yeah, you can start checking and see how many calories when you're just doing your daily routine, how many calories you're burning. Because you remember, your body is burning all of these calories in 24 hours. So if you're in too much of a caloric deficit all the time, then what your body is doing, it's saying, even though you say, okay, I'm in a caloric deficit, so I should be losing weight. No, what's going to happen is your body is storing fat, and it's actually, your metabolism is not going through like, use it. It's just like, I have something and I don't know what to do with it. So it's just like, it's so slow. So if you have a slow metabolism and you're at a certain amount of calories, it's going to slowly break it down over time, because even your weight times 10 isn't enough calories. So, but if you have a slow metabolism and you're getting these calories in that I'm telling you to get in, because it's slow and it's breaking down slower, it's actually being used. So, but when it gets faster, you're going to need more calories.
Okay.
Can I ask a question to Jasmine?
Yep.
Yeah.
Jasmine, how many times a day are you eating?
5.
Because you could bump that up to 6, and then a little bit more. But with the calories, like, I tried to look at it not as like, wow, I have to eat all this. I'm like, wow, I get to eat this, right? So I can add a little bit more into each meals. Like, you could add a little bit more if you only stay at the 5. if you jump it to 6, you can do like smaller ones. But I really enjoyed
and that's
eating.
the thing, like it's not so much eating the food that's the problem. It's not the amount of food, it's the amount of times of day that I have to eat. Because so when I'm at work, it's I literally have to say, okay, I'm stepping away, guys. They think I'm going to the bathroom. I'm going to eat because we're always on the move. So it's more so the amount of time to eat, not necessarily the amount that I'm eating.
And for you, it's pretty much also as far as the judgment. If people see you eating all the time, is it that you like?
It
Okay,
is.
they see you eating
It
all
is
the time.
because they're constantly like, she's eating again. Senator Thornton, you're always eating, and I'm like, I have to, but at the same time, they're like, the military does not have the mindset of, they don't really have the knowledge of what it takes to lose weight, but they always have the judgment of what they feel like you need to do to lose weight.
Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much the judgment. So that's as far as you're gonna have to block them out and let them know that you're gonna have this amazing dream body, and they're gonna tease, they're gonna laugh, they're gonna joke, not eating like that. I mean, this is part of the game that we all go through when we're doing something. We're doing something totally different than the majority of the people in the world are doing, and that's from our mindsets, that's from our lifestyles, that's from us creating our environment, that's from us being positive all the time and everything else. Like some of the sacrifices that we're making, the things that we're giving up, we're always, especially when our environment isn't on the same path, they don't understand what we understand. They're always going to judge us. I'm always judged. People are always looking at me crazy. Y'all look at me crazy. So, I mean, we in the same environment. So it's just something that you just got to take on the chin and you focus on like, yeah, okay, well, I know I'm going to get that result. So in the end, I'm going to have the last laugh. Ha, 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 ha. Right?
Okay.
And I can definitely attest to that, Jasmine, because I'm not in the military, but I'm in IT. So I work around all men. And when I first started that and I was eating, they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? You know? But as they started seeing me lose weight, they're like, oh, okay. You know, so the one time somebody came over and said, are you eating again? I said, yeah. And he said, well, you do, but you know, we're stronger than men. So we figured that out.
All righty. I got it. Thanks.
Yep.
I don't have anything else.
Awesome. All right, Carmen. I unmuted you, Carmen.
So basically for me, it's not about, so when I'm in the classroom, so I'm basically grazing all day to get my calories in. I'm not stopping and eating. So I can, you're teaching, you're interacting with the students, you're not, you know what I mean? So it's not an environment conducive to eating. So if I'm writing on the board, or if I'm dealing with the kids, or if I'm stopping a behavior, or if I'm, you know what I mean? Like breaking up that time. That's why I got all those alarms on, to make sure that I eat what I got to eat. But it's not an environment conducive to eating. Like I would rather eat 3 big meals and be done with it, and have my lunch period, my lesson planning time to actually eat. You know what I mean? It's just.
Yeah. But that eating the 3 big meals isn't going to break down everything that you need to actually absorb it. What it's going to do is going to store it straight as fat. So then it's better to graze.
Yep,
just like what you said. If you so how long is your classes, and what time do you get your breaks in between your classes?
You don't get breaks.
So it's one class to the next class.
I'm teaching the class.
Okay, how long is each class?
Elementary school. You sitting in a school with the 3rd graders all day.
I don't remember elementary school. Let me think about it.
Dang.
Break it down.
Even in preschool, even when I'm down to preschool or kindergarten, you're sitting with the same students all day. Like that's why it's hard for me to get my water intake. There's nobody there to stop to watch the kids while I go pee. But the point is really about the grazing.
Yeah.
So it's like,
what you're gonna do is like your meals is gonna be all throughout the day. Like you're gonna switch from the 3 to 4 hours to pretty much like eating a snack every 2 hours. Like every 2 hours. I mean, just
that's what I'm doing. So everything is like snacky.
but it could be higher. So make it like higher. So now you know how to break down all your stuff. You doing great.
Yeah, but that's why I keep asking about all those snacky, like how do I get my protein in snacks? Like why can't I do nuts? Why can't I? Because that I could pick that up and eat and teach. You know what I mean?
You know why you can't do nuts, right?
Yeah, I know now, but that's the reasoning why I was thinking these are the things I needed to.
Yeah.
Tell everybody else why nuts aren't a good option.
Yep, go ahead, Carmen.
High in fats.
Yeah.
It throws my fats off, my end of day fat count, my macros, and it takes it real far to the left.
Yeah.
Even though the healthy fats is way too many.
Yeah. And that's where everybody comes from before they come here. When I start talking all this crazy stuff, it's like, oh, well, we learned to do, nuts and almonds and all that other stuff. And all of that stuff is great if you just want to be healthy. But if you want to also improve your body composition, then you're going to need to, monitor those things. You're going to need to monitor those things. The fats, transports the nutrients through the body and all that great, amazing stuff. It gets to a point too, like everything gets to a point where when your body, your metabolism is great, you've actually got enough muscle on your body to the point where you can eat certain things and maintain. You don't have to worry about gaining. You don't have to worry about being stuck or shutting down your metabolism. But we all have to get there first. Have to get there. So, yep, everybody's doing amazing. Like, I don't know if y'all got any complaints. I don't have any.
Oh, I
bet. Yeah, awesome. What else? Shay, I haven't heard from y'all. I'm unmuting you, Shay.
Hey.
How you doing, Shay? What's going on? How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm at work right now.
Okay, awesome. Awesome. So you just listening, right?
Yep.
You been getting your workouts in and stuff?
Yeah, I missed one this week though because I was working, but I'm gonna try to do that today.
Awesome. You got my inbox, Shay?
Probably not, but I'll definitely go check it.
Set your Supervising Sheroes TV thing. That's
okay.
Scheduled in. And
all right, I'll definitely do that.
I ain't gonna bother you.
Do you need me to come to Harrisburg to do it?
No,
or?
No, it's right on. We do that on the computer. Same way you see everybody else's episode. If you haven't seen it, like just checking the.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I've seen it.
Jay, I want you to come to Harrisburg to do the tubing trip with us next weekend.
I don't know. I may have to work. My plan, I had already got the tubes. I did everything. And then I may have to work. So I'm going to definitely see. Because I seen that everybody was confirming. But I just want to make sure that I don't have to work that day.
What's your boss number?
No, but I'm going to definitely try, though. Don't think I'm not going to try. I'm definitely going to try.
Yeah, awesome.
I found somebody to watch my baby, too.
Awesome. All right, so if any you got any? Let me unmute Rosalind. Rosalind might be at church. I'm gonna unmute you if you at church, Rosalind.
I'm not at church. Told you I'll go to church on Saturday.
I don't know what's going on, Rosalind. any questions? Anything, Rosalind?
No questions. I got no questions. Nope.
Awesome. All right.
Wait, Joe, I got one more thing.
Yep.
It's Jasmine.
Yep.
So I have a question about rice. Joe, I need some more rice ideas because I done tried like 3 rices and they're all gross. Oh. So I tried whole wheat rice. I've tried, brown rice is always an option at the end of the day if everything else sucks. But anybody out there that does put rice into their meal plan, what type of rices are you guys using?
Well, now that you're growing, and I'm gonna let other people answer these questions too because they have a lot of options too. But now that you're growing, like you have the wheat medley. You have it's so many different options. I can't even remember off the top of my head. But you have the wheat medley. I know they probably know because I stick to the script. But I know there's a whole bunch of other options. You can definitely you could use like vegetables too to get your carbs in too. If you don't want to eat any rice, like you could do a lot of peas and carrots, to get.
Well, see, I do a lot of vegetables. With every meal, I get a vegetable.
You could do beans. Like red beans. Like That's what I've look. She got brown rice and quinoa, but there's other white wheat medleys and like it's a bunch of stuff. It's a bunch of stuff that could use. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but I'll reach back out and get it to
So
you.
last night, not last night, last night and last week, I did the baked sweet potato. And that was fine. That was not a problem at all. But I did baked sweet potato and I did my veggies. I still did my veggies.
Mhm.
But I know that at some point I get tired of eating the same side. So the same vegetable every week, I don't care. I can eat the same vegetable and won't have a problem. But the carb is the one that I try to switch up.
Mm-hmm. So this is something that Andrea is real good at, right? I don't know who else is good at it too, but like you can Google recipes, choose what foods you want to use, Google the recipes, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna break those recipes down per meal. So you're gonna
Okay.
make one
And
meal.
make them fit my numbers.
Yes, and then when you got it broken down to your per meal, you're gonna cook it all pretty much together. Like if you just want that one meal, like the other ones could be a little bit more strict, but have that all together, right? And then you cook it in a pot, and or however you cook it. I don't know how you cook it. I don't want to be too talking crazy. But when you cook it and you just know that you're gonna eat that for the week or for the 3-4 days, and what I mean, you may not be able to get super specific because it might be all mixed together or something. But you know that over the course of time, you ate that many calories from that meal that you prepared, right?
Got it. Okay. I kind of think that's what I did when I did the smoked turkey with pinto beans. It was all in the same pot, but I broke it down for throughout the week.
Yep. Just like I showed. Yep. Go ahead, Andrea.
So what I do with the brown rice is that's how I started with brown rice. Now I've kind of expanded into the quinoa and different things that I always told myself I didn't like, which isn't, that was just me telling myself a story. But we have a rice cooker and
I do too.
okay, good. And we use instant brown rice. But one of the tricks that I learned is just putting some chicken broth, like some, the chicken bouillon or the beef bouillon. So depending on what I'm eating for the week, I'll actually flavor the water that I'm using and, get that all seasoned up, put the rice in, let it cook in the rice cooker. And like 2 cups of rice last us like 10 meals. So
I want to try that because I think that's what's missing. Like my rice tastes like nothing.
Yeah, there's no flavor.
And this is the thing too. You remember you have your whole grain pastas too. Your wheat pastas, all that other stuff. You can use squash. You can use zucchini. You can do all of these other things to get your carbs in. Cucumbers. I don't know all of the things like off the top of my head, but you can use so many different things. Now this is pretty much your time where you can stick to it. Nice and simple, or you can start exploring if you're a cook.
See, I'm not a bad cook, but literally I don't have a lot of time on Saturdays and Sundays to do my meal prep. I gotta get it done, so I can't be all fancy with it. I gotta keep it quick.
Spaghetti. You ever made spaghetti since you started here?
No.
Your whole grains. That's easy for me. So you get your whole grain pasta. You get your ground turkey. Right, and you can like get the Hunt's paste or tomato sauce that doesn't have a lot of calories and stuff in it. You throw that in there. You can put your onions, your peppers, and all that other kind of stuff you want to put in there. You make your own recipe. Don't ask me for the recipe, but
See, I never even thought about that. I have honestly been eating a lot of fish and chicken.
Yep.
This whole time.
Like
that's
shrimp.
Really...
You can have some shrimp. You can have mussels. Explore.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's all.
Key is like looking up recipes and breaking them, taking a few minutes to break them down in MyFitnessPal so you can have a variety. But like exactly, you're right. Like there's weekends that I don't have time and I make it rice in the rice cooker with flavored. I get some chicken and do up some chicken and some vegetables and bam, my food prep's done. Like today we have time to be a little more fancy. I'm gonna, make different stuff. But don't listen to Joe because you can definitely have pasta and I eat spaghetti. I buy spaghetti sauce. I tried that paste. I tried to season it up. It's terrible. You can have like half a cup of spaghetti sauce and it's fine. It fits mostly into our macros. And if you're eating at the calories I'm eating at, you're good, you know? But we need flavor. We need flavor to make this a sustainable lifestyle. We're not about cutting stuff out of our lives, right? We're trying to figure out how to make it work for us. So
Correct.
yeah, if you need anything, definitely reach out to me. If any of you need anything, reach out to me. I'm not the expert, but I have been doing this for a while, so I've learned my.
Yeah, so Andrea, how about you start plugging in your stuff on that list inside the membership site, since you got all this, put it in
Well,
there.
I did think about that last night. I added a bunch of stuff into my Fitness Pal, so that's my next step, is to go over there. So I had to get my calories in order.
Yeah. All right, ladies.
Well,
If y'all don't
thank
have
you.
anything, if y'all don't have anything else, I'm getting out of here. Start my weekly plan for the week. Make sure I'm scheduled out. You know, doing what I do. You know, and getting myself together. Y'all got anything else? Awesome, everybody. This is.